maximum amount of negative G that he can do?
So for this particular display, you'll see him pulling -5. So the display's been particularly designed around air racing, so he can demonstrate the full capabilities of this aeroplane.
Now this is a little bit of display performance mixed with Red Bull.
That's correct, yeah, from the Red Bull Air Race. He's currently the reigning Red Bull Air Race World Champion since 2019.
The power to weight ratio on this is just ridiculous.
Yeah, it's about the same as a V8 supercar. So the weight of the aircraft's only just over 500 kilograms. So the power to weight ratio there is quite huge.
How long does it take to actually become accustomed to that amount of G?
And Matt's had a lot of training throughout the Air Force. So he used to fly the F-18 for the Royal Australian Air Force, and then also the F-15E Strike Eagle for the USAF.
A lot of people wouldn't know that he was involved with the USAF on the first night of operations over Iraq.
Yeah, that's correct. Iraqi freedom.
Now, the control response on this looks absolutely instantaneous.
So he's pulling around that 12 Gs there. Just to put that in perspective for you, he weighs in at about 70 kilos. So Matt's weighing 840 kilos at that point in time. So yeah, Matt's very accustomed to the G, but there's a lot of work involved there. So he's doing a lot of straining manoeuvring there.
It's not like when you see the interior shots of the Blue Angels, a lot of straining involved, a lot of breathing. Got to keep that blood in the head. Does he wear a G suit?
No, he doesn't wear a G suit because they're only under the G for short periods of time. They're not under a sustained G. They were wearing them for a period of time during the air race, but then they decided they were actually more dangerous and were hindering as opposed to helping.
And that is a very, very small cockpit on that aircraft.
It is very small. There's about 1 inch from the canopy to Matt's helmet.
It's got an incredible rate of climb too.
The G onset on this aeroplane is 40 Gs per second.
40. These ones are specifically designed and built for air racing. This is not something that you can go and just normally buy, I gather, with all the modifications that you've been doing.
Yeah, that's right. This one's been specifically made for air racing. And with a Lycoming IO 540 with 330 horsepower.
Now, I think Matt mentioned this morning that this was the aircraft that he was flying in Montreal when he actually hit the water and recovered.
That's correct, yeah, this is that exact airplane.
And if you see those shots on YouTube, it is incredible. His reactions are like a mongoose. Now that hurts.
There's his -5 there. This aeroplane's won 4 race wins and multiple podium wins as well.
I remember Matt doing his first Australian public air show down at Nowra quite a few years ago now, and I was privileged to be able to do part of the commentary with him, and that was in a Giles.
Oh yeah, the Giles 202. That's one of his favourite aeroplanes actually.
Because I think he started doing his aeros in the United States, sort of out of flying F-15s for the 2 squadrons that he flew with over there. He certainly has made a career out, and to get into Red Bull, the qualifications required were that you had to be in the top echelon of aerobatic pilots in the world, and he actually went over and did training and trials, I think, in Spain.
Yeah, that's correct. We have to do place in the top 10 of the field of international aerobatic competitions to be able to be invited to the Air Race Academy.
And that's incredible because he was right up there all the so lightweight as well. It'd be a bit difficult to operate in a strong crosswind.
Now we've still got a lot coming up here. If you look out to the right, you've got the two Kitty Hawks on the runway.